la 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 la. Na 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 na. Hello and welcome everyone to another beautiful day in the Daily Antidote of Song. I'm Elise Witt coming to you from Pine Lake, Georgia, where we actually have snow. Very, very unusual. Have a lot of snow actually, but not as much snow as our guest who's coming in from Vermont. I'm very excited to introduce you all today to Sue Ribaudo from Vermont. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to Carpe Diem Arts for bringing us all together once again. And also, I want to say greetings and hello and thank you to every single person who's here. Thank you to JoJo coming into us from her home in Tacoma Park. Thank you, Candace, for keeping us looking and sounding so good all the way from the Bay Area. Hello, Arlene in Berkeley. Hello, David and Elsie in Oakland. Hello, Nan in Michigan, Ann in Knoxville, Susan G in Cincinnati, and Marion in Brighton, UK. Hello, Doug in Vermont, Bonnie in Boise, Trish in Victoria, Pauline in Newcastle, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Linda rocking on Orcas Island, Deborah dancing in Kentucky, Gary in Massachusetts, Bob in Albany, and Sarah. Hello, Flawn, coming in from the DC area. So good to see you. Kathy in Colorado, Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, Delhi in Maryland, Athena in Brooklyn. Hello to Leslie in Charlottesville, Carolyn on your iPad, Sarah in Santa Cruz, California. Hello, Kay in Texas, Hoda in British Columbia. Hello, Jenny in Yorkshire, UK. Kate in Charlottesville, Julie in Ontario. Whoops, everybody's jumping around. Sarah in Texas, Benet in Berkeley, Sue in Seattle, Linda in Concord, Kathy in California, Caroline in DC, Annette in California, Nancy and her Irish cow, Kathy in Colorado, and Deborah in Kentucky, always dancing, cricket dancing as well in Maryland, Carolyn in Boise, and Fred in the DC area. And now more people connecting to audio. Hello, Leanne in Santa Fe. Welcome everyone to the Daily Antidote of Song. Hi everyone, so glad to be here with you on this beautiful Saturday. I'm very excited today to bring a new singer, but not new to me. I have known Sue Ribaudo for many, many years, and she is a multifaceted musician, wonderful singer. She's coming to us from Rochester, Vermont, even though she grew up in Rochester, New York. And we'll talk more about her life and song, but let's go ahead and get started singing with you. Welcome, Sue, to the Daily Antidote. So great to have you.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. Good to see some familiar faces too.
So what you got for us?
Yeah, I wanted to share with you a round, and it's a very short round. And lucky for you, I have a recording so you'll be able to hear all the parts, which is a nice thing on Zoom to be able to do. But I want to teach it to you first. It's a song I wrote to get ready for an Earth Day many years ago, and it's called Eagle So Free. High above the forest flies an eagle so free. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Like a tree, may your roots find strength in the earth. Like an eagle, may your spirit fly away. So I can teach it to you line by line, and you'll have the words in front of you. I'm not sure how, but Elise can tell you.
In the chat. They're all familiar with that.
In the chat, okay. And so I'm going to start with the first line, and then I'll sing it a second time where you can join me. High above the forest flies an eagle so free. High above the forest flies an eagle so free. Now me. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Like a tree, like a tree, may your roots find strength in the earth. May your roots find strength in the earth. Let's do that whole line, like a tree. Like a tree, may your roots find strength in the earth. Like an eagle, may your spirit fly away. May your spirit fly away. All right, shall we try the whole thing?
That sounds great.
You'll notice that the notes keep descending. Just be careful not to descend with gravity and go too far down. Let's start up here. High above the forest flies an eagle so free. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Like a tree, may your roots find strength in the earth. Like an eagle, may your spirit fly away. Very nice, very nice. I can tell it's just very nice, just from the vibes. Let's do it with the recording, and you'll hear my ukulele getting us going, and especially for Zoom, it's a good way to keep together with the instrument. But I usually do sing it a cappella, so just to let you know. Oh, whoops, there's the end. So much for our sound check here. We got to go to the beginning. High above the forest flies an eagle so free. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Like a tree, may your roots find strength in the earth. Like an eagle, may your spirit fly away. High above the forest flies an eagle so free. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Like a tree, let your roots find strength in the earth. Like an eagle, may your spirit fly away. Try this.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you. I love this song. I sing this with my singers as well, and we just love it. I have that feeling like we just want to take off and soar with it, like our voices just soar with it. Um, so, uh, is there anything you want to say about this song, how it came about? Like, how were you inspired to write this?
Yeah,
Because I love it.
I guess the my first inspiration was when I lived in Cincinnati. I got acquainted with a Shawnee storyteller, and his stories were just so inspirational and really sent the message of listening to nature and taking care of nature and so forth. So I had those thoughts in mind when I was writing the song. And also, a mentor of mine in Rochester, New York, Mitzi Collins, a dulcimer player, and she produced my first recording. She is a music ethnomusicologist. And
Mhm.
she had told me at one point and showed me how many of the Native American songs have that descending line like that. And if you hear them, you'll recognize right away. So that was kind of the style I had in my head when I wrote the song, and the inspiration too.
It's it's a pentatonic scale, right? It's just the five notes, so we really can sing anywhere. I was kind of coming in different places,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
it's
I
so
have people.
satisfying.
Yeah, after you really know it, after two beats, you can come in and yeah, and probably sing any note, right?
So yeah, it's really beautiful.
Thank you.
So you are an amazingly what do I want to say? Multifaceted, multi-talented musician. I mean, you're a wonderful singer, and but you also teach and you lead choirs, and you're a threshold choir director. Um, Tell a little bit about what all the music that you do in Vermont.
Um, Actually, the threshold choir is important. That was in New York City where I was teaching that. Kate Munger, many of you know, started the threshold choir in California, and by the way, many of her choirs are, and everybody in South California, I want to shout out to and send all our thoughts. Um, yeah, it's amazing. I keep thinking of oh, there's a choir there. Oh, there's a choir there.
Yeah.
Now the threshold choirs all across the country and in many places around the world, and we sing for hospice patients and seriously ill patients. When I moved to New York City, Kate called me and said, there isn't a choir in New York City, and so I started one there and led it for 8 years, and then retired and moved to Vermont. And here I'm doing. My brother and sister-in-law here in Vermont started a community theater group that's
Wow.
been going on for 50 years. And Vic and I joined, and we hopped right in and joined many of the shows that they've had lately. And and soon after we moved here, started a kind of a branch of the Players, the White River Valley Players, called Music Makers, and we have a chorus. What's a little unique about the chorus is that you can come anytime. You don't have to come to all the rehearsals because it's not a rehearsal for a show.
Hmm.
Um, However, once in a while we will sing for a certain occasion, and I just get volunteers who want to do that. So you can come whether you want to get up on stage or not, and you can just learn new songs. And then we have themed songs. We've got, a pub song or Broadway singing or, Broadway to Beatles or whatever. Um, I'm, I'm gonna get the whole valley singing before I die. That's my,
Yes,
that's my
yes. Well,
mission.
well,
Um, oh,
that's
you
the
know what
best
else I
mission ever.
wanted to mention too? Is a lot of my training was in teaching and in taking classes at summer music programs, including Flawn Williams is here today,
That's fun.
um, including at Vocal Week at Augusta Heritage Center in Elkins, West Virginia. So if you want a summer immersion in singing and or playing instruments, they have all kinds of things they offer. And in the past, I've taught for years at Common Ground in Maryland, and I think these websites are available to you on the chat. And the third one, Pine Woods, actually, yes, Country Dance and Song Society has a wonderful music program at in Massachusetts, where now I take my grandchildren.
Wow. I
It's
believe
really
that
fun.
our fearless leader, Joe, is on the board of Pine Woods.
Ah,
There's many people here who I'm sure go to Pine Woods dancing,
uh-huh.
singing. Yeah,
Great.
summer
Oh,
camps.
it's so beautiful.
That may even be where you and I met, but it may also be
I
at
think
Kate.
it was Children's Music Network.
Ah, okay.
And that's where we met Kate too.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So
There's something coming up for Kate.
this weekend there's a Sisters in Harmony gathering. and maybe something can go in the chat about that. But Kate is involved with that, Sisters in Harmony. Um, I also wanted to ask you about one other thing that you do, which I'm intrigued with, the Three Sues. I know that you used to be in a trio called Hot Soup, of
That was
which I
in
was a big
Baltimore.
fan.
I've lived in many cities. And then, yeah, Cincinnati, Dover, Cincinnati, Baltimore, New York City, Vermont. Yes, my sister-in-law, Dorothy Robson, um, she said when I moved here, she said, "You know, you already know Susan Rule and you know Sue Clark. I think you guys have all have great voices and you know how to harmonize, and you should get together." And we did, and we've been singing ever since. And it's been a lot of fun. We sing folk and world songs, and we love to do the harmony of the Boswell sisters. If you've never heard
Oh,
them, it's like the Andrews sisters on steroids.
yeah, yeah. Amazing harmonies, beautiful harmonies. The Three Sues. Well, maybe we could have the Three Sues on the Daily Antidote at some point. So
Oh, that
give
would
that a
be
thought. That would be wonderful.
fun.
Anything else you want to mention? Anything you have coming up or things you want people to know about?
I do have I have a blog. It's not a formal website, but if you go to sueribaudo.com, it'll tell you some of the activities I'm involved in. And if you want to learn more about Threshold Choir, you can scroll down further in time and you'll see information about that. While I was in New York doing Threshold Choir, I also started a choir for cancer survivors.
Hmm.
Um, and cancer patients and survivors, and they overlap, of course, and that was very rewarding, because the music, as all of you know, the music can really lift you up, and yeah, I think they're still going, but I'm not sure.
Well, you have and continue to just create music and um, yeah, enrich the lives of those around you with your music and your singing and your conducting and all of that and your joy. It's such a thrill to have you on here today. Let's sing
Thank
the song
you.
again.
Sure.
We always like to let everyone leave singing.
Uh-huh. Okay. I see that the song's not loaded in here anymore, but I'll play it from my desktop and I'll hope it's the right volume, if that's gonna work.
Perfect.
Are you ready? High above the forest flies an eagle so free. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Like a tree, may your roots find strength in the earth. Like an eagle, may your spirit fly away. High above the forest flies an eagle so free. Soaring over branches, she is calling to me. Like a tree, may your roots find strength in the earth. Like an eagle, may your spirit fly away.
Oh, so beautiful. Everyone take a nice deep breath and pour it down through. One more time, let your wings fly. Yes. Thank you so much, Sue Ribaudo, coming in from
Thank
Rochester,
you.
Vermont. I love that song, and you can tell that everyone is just woo, soaring. And what a beautiful way to either start or be in the middle of or end wherever you happen to geographically be on this day. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, everyone, coming in on the live stream. And thanks again to Carpe Diem Arts for bringing us all together. Now I want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you, Sue Ribaudo, for that beautiful song. Thank you, Flan. You started me teching in the pandemic. I would never be able to be here without your amazing help. Thank you, Candace. Also amazing technique putting us together. Thank you, Arlene in Berkeley, California. David and Elsie in Oakland. You all can sing along with me in this pentatonic scale. Thank you, Sue in Seattle, Nan in Michigan, Ed in Knoxville, and Susan G in Cincinnati. I forgot to say that this is day 1742. Can you believe it? Thank you for always keeping me on track, y'all. Thank you, Marion in Brighton, UK, Athena in Brooklyn, Kate in Charlottesville, and then Concord, Massachusetts, Doug in Vermont, and Carolyn always keeping me on track. Thank you, Pauline in Newcastle, UK, Kathy in California, Trish in Victoria, Julie in Ontario, Laris in the UK, Hoda in British Columbia, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Mabel and a bear in Massachusetts, Sarah in Santa Cruz, California. Joe in Tacoma Park, thank you for making all of this happen. Linda rocking on Orcas Island, Deborah dancing in Kentucky, Gary finding solutions in Massachusetts, Bob in Albany, Cricket dancing in Maryland, Jamie in Victoria, Kathy in Colorado, Deli in Maryland, Caroline in D.C. Thank you, Annette in California, Bob and another bear in Massachusetts, Benet in Berkeley, Linda in San Rafael. Oh, we call it San Rafael. I don't know why they don't say San Rafael, California, Anne in Silver Spring, Bonnie in Boise, Ruth and Clive in Birmingham, Leanne in Santa Fe, Sarah, Carolyn on her iPad, Kay in Texas, Nancy and her Irish cow, Fred, the curly tops in Vermont, and Joe's mom, and Nico in New Jersey. Thank you, everyone, for being here on the Daily Antidote of Song. Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday and hope to see you again soon.
Bye, everybody. Thanks so much. Join us tomorrow for another day of New Year, New Friends Month. We've got new folks singing with us all month long, having a great time. Make sure you're here every day because we're having lots of fun and we need you here with us. Ciao, everybody. Lots of love. Thank you, Sue.